Welcome, adventurers, to a journey through the frozen heart of Tamriel, Skyrim, a land where every snowflake whispers a story, every ruin hides a secret, and every quest could change the fate of the world. I'm Laziest Gamer, and today, we're diving deep into the untold tales of Skyrim's lore, stories you might have missed, quests that hide profound secrets, and characters whose lives echo across the ages. From the forgotten tragedies of the Falmer to the cryptic motives of a certain Daedric prince, this is Skyrim like you've never seen it before. So grab your iron helm, ready your shouts, and let's uncover the hidden lore of this incredible world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to join us on this epic adventure. Transition, quick montage of Skyrim's landscapes, Bleak Falls Barrow, the throat of the world, and the eerie glow of Blackreach. Skyrim isn't just about slaying dragons or becoming the Dragonborn. It's a tapestry of stories woven from betrayal, heroism, and mystery. Today, we'll explore three main threads: the tragic fall of the Snow Elves, the chilling secrets of the quest, the House of Horrors, and the enigmatic figure of Make the Liar, whose cryptic words might hold more truth than you think. Along the way, we'll tie these stories to the broader Elder Scrolls universe, revealing connections you might not have noticed. Let's begin. Deep beneath Skyrim's icy surface lies one of Tamriel's greatest tragedies, the fall of the Snow Elves, or Falmer, as they're known today. Most players encounter the Falmer as twisted, blind creatures scuttling through caves, but their story is far more than that of mere monsters. Let's go back to the Merethic era, thousands of years before the Dragonborn's time, when the Snow Elves ruled Skyrim's frozen landscapes with grace and wisdom. Visuals, concept art of elegant Snow Elf cities, glowing with arcane light. The Snow Elves were a proud, magical race, their cities rivaling those of the Altmere. Their architecture, as seen in the Dawnguard DLC's Forgotten Vale, was breathtaking, temples of ice and stone, infused with ethereal energy. They worshipped Oriel, the elven god of the sun, and their culture was steeped in reverence for light and knowledge. But their downfall began with the arrival of the Nords, led by Ysgramor and his 500 companions. Recount the Night of Tears. The Nords, fleeing civil war in Atmara, sought a new home in Skyrim. The Snow Elves, fearing the humans' growing numbers, attacked the Nord settlement of Sarthal. This event, known as the Night of Tears, sparked a war. Ysgramor returned with his companions and waged a genocidal campaign against the elves. But here's where the lore gets murky. Some texts, like the Fall of the Snow Prince, suggest the Snow Elves weren't entirely unprovoked. Excavations at Sarthal uncovered the Eye of Magnus, a powerful artifact. Did the Snow Elves attack to protect it, fearing its misuse? We may never know. Defeated, the surviving Snow Elves fled underground, seeking refuge with the Dwemer, Skyrim's other great Mirish race. But the Dwemer, ever cunning, betrayed them. In exchange for sanctuary, the Snow Elves were forced to consume a toxic fungus that blinded them, enslaving their minds and bodies. Over generations, they devolved into the Falmer we know today, twisted, feral, but still carrying echoes of their lost glory. The Dawnguard questline, Touching the Sky, reveals the last bastions of Snow Elf culture. In the Forgotten Vale, we meet Knight Paladin Gelliber, one of the last untainted Snow Elves. He guards the Chantry of Oriel, a sacred temple, and tasks you with slaying his brother, Archcurate Verthur, who's been corrupted by vampirism. But here's the twist: Verthur's betrayal wasn't just personal. He orchestrated a prophecy to block out the sun, seeking revenge on Auriel himself for abandoning the Snow Elves. This quest isn't just about a vow, it's about a god's silence and a race's despair. Let's pause for a moment. Imagine being Celeborn, guarding a dying legacy for millennia, knowing your people are gone, twisted into monsters. The Falmer's story isn't just tragedy, it's a warning about trust, power, and survival. And there's more to uncover. In Blackreach, you'll find Falmer structures that hint at their attempts to rebuild. Some scholars, like Calcelmo in Markarth, believe the Falmer might one day regain their sentience. Could they rise again? Posts on X from Elder Scrolls fans speculate about this, with some pointing to mods like Endril that explore similar themes of redemption for fallen races. Connection to broader lore. The Snow Elves' fall mirrors other Elder Scrolls tragedies, like the Ayleids of Cyrodiil or the Chimera of Morrowind. Each race faced hubris or betrayal, suggesting Tamriel's history is a cycle of rise and ruin. The Snow Elves' story asks us, what does it mean to lose everything, and can you ever reclaim it? Transition. As we leave the Forgotten Vale, let's shift to a darker tale, one that lurks in the heart of Markarth, where a Daedric prince weaves a web of horror. Markarth is a city of stone and secrets, but none are darker than the quest, the House of Horrors. This unassuming quest, triggered by meeting vigilant Tyrannus outside an abandoned house, plunges you into the domain of Molag Bal, the Daedric Prince of Domination. Let's unravel why this quest is one of Skyrim's most unsettling and what it reveals about the Lord of Brutality. Quest walkthrough with lore focus. It starts innocently enough. Tyrannus, a vigilant of Stender, suspects the house is a Daedric shrine. You enter, and things get weird fast. Doors slam, objects fly, and a voice booms, demanding you submit. That voice is Molag Bal, and he's not here to play nice. He traps you in his altar, forcing you to confront Tyrannus in a fight to the death. Survive, and Molag Bal gives you a task: find a priest named Logrolf and bring him to the altar for a, let's call it a ritual. Here's where the lore gets juicy. Molag Bal isn't just any Daedric prince. In Skyrim's lore, he's the father of vampirism, the creator of the first vampire, Lamy Bal, as detailed in Opusculus Lamy Bal. His sphere is domination, corruption, and breaking the will of others. The House of Horrors quest is a perfect reflection of this. You're not just doing a fetch quest, you're becoming Molag Bal's pawn, luring Logrolf to a fate worse than death. When you free Logrolf from a forsworn camp, only to bring him back to the altar, Molag Bal forces him to submit, then commands you to kill him with the mace of Molag Bal. It's brutal, and it's personal. Hidden details. Did you know the house itself is a character? The abandoned house in Markarth is alive with Molag Bal's influence, its walls pulsing with his power. Some players on X have theorized it's a fragment of his plane, called Harbor, bleeding into Tamriel. And the mace? It's not just a weapon. Its ability to capture souls and drain magicka reflects Molag Bal's obsession with enslaving spirits. If you dig into the Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, you'll find Molag Bal's quests there also revolve around corruption, like seducing a holy warrior to betray their vows. Ethical dilemma. This quest forces you to confront your own morality. You can't refuse Molag Bal without abandoning the quest. No dialogue option lets you defy him outright. This mirrors the Daedric prince's philosophy: submission is inevitable. But there's a subtle rebellion. If you abandon the quest after freeing Logrolf, he escapes, spitting in Molag Bal's face. It's a rare moment where Skyrim lets you indirectly resist a Daedra, though you'll miss out on the mace. Broader connections. Molag Bal's influence stretches across Tamriel. In the Elder Scrolls IV, Oblivion, he tasks you with corrupting a priest. In the Elder Scrolls Online, he's a central antagonist in Coldharbour. His rivalry with Bothia, another Daedric prince, is hinted at in Skyrim's lore books, like the Book of Daedra. The House of Horrors isn't just a quest, it's a glimpse into Molag Bal's eternal game of dominance, with you as a reluctant piece. Visuals transition to a montage of other Daedric quests, Hermias Mora's books, Marun's Dagon's Razor. As we leave Markartha's haunted house, let's turn to a lighter but no less mysterious figure, one who roams Skyrim with a knowing grin and riddles that might hold the key to Tamriel's deepest truths. If you've wandered Skyrim's roads, you've likely met Make the Liar, the Caitiate who pops up with cryptic quips and then vanishes into the wilds. Is he a joker, a sage, or something more? Let's explore Make's role in Skyrim and why his lies might be truer than we think. Who is Make? Make is a recurring character across the Elder Scrolls series, appearing in Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and even the Elder Scrolls Online. He's a Caitiate with a penchant for breaking the fourth wall, commenting on game mechanics, lore, and even Bethesda's development choices. In Skyrim, you'll find him wandering randomly, never staying still, always ready with a quip like, "Make knows much, tells some." Make knows many things others do not. Examples of Make's quotes. Examples of Make's quotes. Dragons were never gone. They were just invisible and very, very quiet. This pokes fun at the absence of dragons in earlier games but also hints at their dormant presence in Tamriel's lore. Some say Alduin is Akatosh. Some say Make is a liar. Don't you believe either of those things? This is a direct nod to the theological debate about Alduin's nature, tying into Skyrim's main quest. Make's father was also called Make. So was Make's father's father. Is this a joke about legacy, or a hint that Make is more than mortal? Lore speculation. Make's origins are a mystery, but fans on X and Reddit have theories. Some believe he's a servant of a Daedric prince, like Sheogorath, spreading mischief through truth. Others think he's a manifestation of Lorcan, the trickster god, guiding players with half-truths. My take? Make might be a remnant of the Sigic order, the mysterious monks who manipulate time and reality. His knowledge of Tamriel's past and future, plus his random appearances, suggests he's unbound by normal rules. Unique angle. Let's consider a quest that never made it into Skyrim. Datamined files from the Creation Kit reveal cut content about a Make's Mystery quest, where you'd follow clues from Make to uncover a hidden artifact tied to the Caitiate god Rajin. While this was never implemented, it fuels speculation that Make was meant to be more than comic relief. Imagine a quest where his riddles lead you to a forgotten shrine, revealing secrets about the moons or the Caitiate's connection to Lorcan. Broader Elder Scrolls ties. Make's presence across games ties Skyrim to the series' broader lore. His comments often bridge gaps between titles, like referencing Oblivion's fast travel or Morrowind's levitation spells. He's a living meta-commentary, but also a reminder that Tamriel's history is interconnected. His Caitiate heritage links to Elswere's moon-based culture, and his wanderlust mirrors the nomadic nature of his people. Visuals. Make walking under Masser and Secunda, the moons glowing brightly. Make challenges us to question what we know about Skyrim's world. Is he a liar, or does he see truths we're too busy slaying dragons to notice? Next time you meet him, listen closely, his words might just change how you see Tamriel. As we close this journey through Skyrim's hidden lore, let's reflect. The Snow Elves' fall showed us the cost of trust and the weight of loss. The House of Horrors revealed Molag Bal's unrelenting cruelty and the moral choices we face as players. And Make the Liar? He reminds us that Tamriel is a world of questions, not just answers. Skyrim's beauty lies in its depth. Every cave, every quest, every random encounter holds a story waiting to be uncovered. Call to action. What's your favorite Skyrim story? Did you uncover a hidden detail in the Forgotten Vale, or maybe you have a theory about Make? Drop it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more Elder Scrolls lore. Want to see a video on the Dwemer's disappearance or the secrets of the Thieves' Guild? Let me know. Final thoughts. Skyrim, released in 2011, is still alive in 2025, thanks to its rich lore and passionate community. Whether you're a Nord warrior, a Khazid thief, or an Argonian mage, this world has a place for you. So, until our next adventure, may your roads lead you to warm sands. Outro. Play Skyrim's main theme, show a montage of iconic moments, Dovahkiin facing Alduin, Oriel's bow glowing, Make waving farewell. Stay curious, adventurers, and we'll see you in the next video. End screen, links to previous videos, a subscribe button, and a teaser for the next lore topic. Skyrim is more than dragons and Dovahkiin. It's a world of tragedy, betrayal, and hidden truths. Today, we'll weave together three threads of lore: the bloody history of the Forsworn and their ties to the Reach, the haunting quest, Blood on the Ice, and its connection to Skyrim's darker undercurrents, and the forgotten legacy of the Blades, whose story stretches back to the dawn of Tamriel. Each tale reveals a piece of Skyrim's soul, and will connect them to the broader Elder Scrolls universe to uncover truths you might not have noticed. Let's begin. First, let's travel to the rugged cliffs of the Reach, where the Forsworn fight a desperate war against the Nords. Many players see them as mere bandits, wild savages who attack on sight, but their story is one of Skyrim's most tragic. The Forsworn are the descendants of the Reach men, the native people of western Skyrim, who lived in these hills long before the Nords arrived. Their culture blends Breton and Nord traditions, with a deep reverence for the old gods and the land itself. In the Second Era, as detailed in the Elder Scrolls Online, the Reach men built thriving settlements, worshipping deities like Herson, the Daedric prince of the Hunt, and crafting a unique identity tied to the rugged beauty of their home. But everything changed with the coming of the Nords. When Tiber Septim unified Tamriel, the Reach was subjugated, its people pushed to the margins. By the time of Skyrim, set in the Fourth Era, the Reachmen's plight reached a breaking point. In 4E174, during the Great War between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion, the Reach men seized Markarth, establishing a free kingdom under their leader, Madanak, the so-called King in Rags. For 2 years, they ruled, restoring their traditions and defying Nord rule. But their freedom was short-lived. Ulfric Stormcloak, yes, that Ulfric, was sent by the Empire to retake Markarth. What followed was the Markarth Incident, a brutal massacre that crushed the Reachmen's rebellion and drove the survivors into the hills. This is where the quest, the Forsworn Conspiracy, begins. In Markarth, you're drawn into a murder mystery after a woman is killed in the marketplace. As you investigate, you uncover a web of corruption tying the city's Nord rulers to the Forsworn's plight. The quest leads you to Madanak, imprisoned in Sidna Mine, where he reveals the truth. The Reachman's fight is about survival, not just revenge. You face a choice: side with Madanak and help the Forsworn escape, or betray them to the Nords. It's one of Skyrim's rare moments where your decision feels weighty, reflecting the moral grayness of the Reach's history. What makes the Forsworn so compelling is their humanity. Madanaka's writings, found in his cell, speak of a dream to restore his people's pride, but also of the pain of endless war. The Forsworn's rituals, like their use of Hagraven magic, show a desperate attempt to cling to their old ways, even at the cost of their humanity. Some fans on X argue the Forsworn are freedom fighters, while others see them as terrorists. The truth lies in between, a people driven to extremes by centuries of oppression. Their story echoes other Elder Scrolls conflicts, like the Dunmer struggles in Morrowind or the Argonians' rebellion in Black Marsh. The Reachmen ask us, what does it mean to fight for a home that's already lost? Let's shift to a darker corner of Skyrim, Windhelm, where blood stains the snow and a killer stalks the night. The quest, Blood on the Ice, is one of Skyrim's most chilling, not just for its murder mystery but for what it reveals about the city's decay and the shadows lurking in Tamriel's soul. It begins when you find a woman's body in Windhelm's graveyard, the latest victim of a serial killer. The guards are out of their depth, so it's up to you to track the murderer. What follows is a detective story filled with red herrings, cryptic clues, and a haunting truth. As you investigate, you learn the killings target young women, their bodies mutilated in a ritualistic pattern. The trail leads to Calixto Corium, a seemingly harmless antiquarian running the House of Curiosities. But Calixto hides a grotesque secret: he's the butcher, driven by a twisted desire to resurrect his dead sister through necromancy. His journal, found in his home, reveals his obsession with the art of his killings, believing he's honoring his sister's memory. It's a gut-punch moment, blending horror with tragedy. What makes Blood on the Ice so gripping is its atmosphere. Windhelm is a city of prejudice and despair. Nords oppress Dunmer and Argonians, Ulfric's rebellion foments division, and the killer thrives in this chaos. The quest's mechanics reinforce this. You can accuse the wrong person, like the court wizard Wunferth, based on flimsy evidence, reflecting Windhelm's rush to judgment. If you do, the killings continue, forcing you to confront your mistake. It's a rare Skyrim quest that punishes carelessness, making you feel the weight of your choices. The lore behind Blood on the Ice ties to Skyrim's darker themes. Necromancy, a recurring motif in the Elder Scrolls, is taboo but ever-present. Books like The Art of War Magic hint at necromancy's allure, and Calixto's actions echo the experiments of Mannimarco, the king of worms from Daggerfall. The quest also connects to Windhelm's history as the ancient seat of Iskramor, now a shadow of its glory. Some players speculate the butcher's killings are tied to a Daedric influence, perhaps Namra, the Prince of Decay, thriving in Windhelm's misery. While there's no direct evidence, the theory fits. Skyrim cities are often battlegrounds for Daedric schemes. Let's turn now to a group whose legacy spans all of Tamriel, the Blades, Skyrim's ancient order of dragon slayers. Most players know them as Delphine and Esbern, the last remnants hiding from the Thalmor, but their story begins long before Skyrim. The Blades trace their origins to the Akaviri, a mysterious race from the continent of Akavir. In the First Era, the Akaviri invaded Tamriel, only to be defeated by Reman Cyrodiil, who founded the Second Empire. Impressed by his strength, the surviving Akaviri swore loyalty, becoming the Dragon Guard, the Blade's predecessors. By the Third Era, as seen in Oblivion, the Blades were the Empire's elite protectors, serving as spies, bodyguards, and dragon hunters. They guarded the Septim Emperors, wielding their signature Akaviri katanas. But after the Oblivion Crisis and the fall of the Septims, the Blades declined. The Great War, detailed in Skyrim's lore book The Great War, dealt the final blow. The Thalmor, seeking to erase the Blades' influence, hunted them relentlessly, forcing survivors like Delphine into hiding. In Skyrim, the Blades' questline begins with Alduin's Wall, where you join Delphine and Esbern to uncover an ancient prophecy. The Blades' mission is noble: slay dragons, protect Tamriel, but their methods are ruthless. Delphine demands you kill Parthurnax, the dragon who aids you, revealing the Blades' uncompromising nature. This choice is one of Skyrim's most divisive. Parthurnax, a reformed dragon who seeks redemption, challenges the Blades' black and white worldview. Do you obey Delphine or spare Parthurnax, defying the Order's legacy? The Blades' story is about duty versus morality. Their Akaviri roots, explored in books like Mysterious Akavir, suggest a culture obsessed with honor and sacrifice. Yet their decline mirrors Tamriel's own, a once great institution crumbling under the weight of time. Fans on X often debate whether the Blades are heroes or relics, with some pointing to their role in the Elder Scrolls Online as proof of their enduring legacy. Their story asks us, can an ancient order adapt to a changing world, or is it doomed to fade? As we close this journey through Skyrim's hidden lore, let's reflect. The Forsworn showed us the cost of resistance and the pain of a lost home. Blood on the Ice revealed the darkness lurking in Windhelm's heart, where despair breeds horror. And the Blades reminded us that even the mightiest legacies can falter. Skyrim's magic lies in its stories, each quest, each character, a thread in Tamriel's vast tapestry. What's your favorite Skyrim tale? Have you sided with Madanak, caught the Butcher, or spared Parthurnax? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you loved this dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more Elder Scrolls lore. Want a video on the Dwemer's disappearance or the secrets of Winterhold? Let me know. We'll explore 3 threads of lore: the Dwemer's disappearance and the secrets they left behind, the Daedric mischief of A Night to Remember and its ties to Tamriel's trickster gods, and the rise and fall of Mirek, the first Dragonborn. Each story reveals a piece of Skyrim's soul, and will connect them to the broader Elder Scrolls universe to uncover truths you might not have noticed. Let's dive in. First, let's descend into the depths of Skyrim's ruins to unravel the greatest mystery in Tamriel, the disappearance of the Dwemer. Known as the Dwarves, the Dwemer were a race of Mer who built vast underground cities like Blackreach and Alftand, filled with steam-powered machines and arcane technology. Unlike the Snow Elves or Nords, the Dwemer cared little for gods or magic in the traditional sense. They worshipped reason, crafting automatons and studying the universe's laws. Their greatest creation, detailed in the book The War of the First Council, was the Numidium, a colossal brass golem powered by the heart of Lorkhan, the dead god whose essence shapes Tamriel's fate. The Dwemer's story ends abruptly in the First Era, around 1E700, during the Battle of Red Mountain in Morrowind. Led by their chief tonal architect, Kagranak, the Dwemer sought to tap the heart of Lorkhan's power using tools called Keening, Sunder, and Wraithguard. What happened next is unclear. Every Dwemer in Tamriel vanished in an instant, leaving their cities silent and their machines still humming. The quest, Lost to the Ages, from the Dawn Guard DLC offers a glimpse into this mystery. You seek the Ethereum Forge, a Dwemer relic capable of crafting powerful artifacts. The quest hints at internal strife. Dwemer city-states ward over Ethereum, a rare mineral, weakening them before their fall. What caused their disappearance? The book The Skeleton Key suggests Kagranak's experiment with the heart backfired, either transporting the Dwemer to another plane or obliterating them. Some fans on X speculate they ascended to a higher state of existence, like the Sijic Order, while others believe they were punished by the Daedra for their hubris. In Blackreach, you'll find ghostly Dwemer specters, hinting their souls might linger. The quest, Arniel's Endeavor, offers another clue. Arniel Gain, a mage in Winterhold, tries to replicate the Dwemer's experiment using a warped soul gem. When he succeeds, he vanishes, suggesting the Dwemer's fate was tied to their reckless pursuit of divine power. The Dwemer's legacy haunts Skyrim. Their automatons still guard their ruins, and their technology baffles even the brightest scholars. Calselmo in Markarth dedicates his life to studying them, but even he admits their secrets are lost. Their story connects to the Elder Scrolls' broader theme of hubris. Races like the Aelids and Chimera also fell by defying the natural order. The Dwemer ask us, what's the cost of seeking godlike knowledge, and can mortals wield such power without losing themselves? Now, let's lighten the mood with a tale of revelry and regret, The Quest, A Night to Remember. This quest begins in a tavern, where you meet Sam Gaven, a jovial fellow offering a drinking contest. Win, and he promises a staff. What follows is a chaotic blur. You wake up in Markarth's Temple of Dibella, accused of vandalism, with no memory of the night before. As you retrace your steps, you discover you stole a goat, proposed to a Hagraven, and offended half of Skyrim. The trail leads to Rorikstead, Whiterun, and finally Morvunskr, where you confront Sam, revealed as Sanguine, the Daedric Prince of Debauchery. This quest is pure fun, but its lore runs deep. Sanguine, as described in the Book of Daedra, revels in indulgence, pushing mortals to embrace their desires. Unlike Molag Bal's cruelty or Marun's Dagon's destruction, Sanguine's chaos is playful, but no less dangerous. Your drunken rampage mirrors his sphere, pleasure that spirals into ruin. The staff you earn, the Sanguine Rose, summons a Dremora, tying to Sanguine's realm of revelry in oblivion. The quest also hints at his rivalry with other Daedra, like Sheogorath, whose own brand of madness overlaps with Sanguine's. What's fascinating is how A Night to Remember reflects Skyrim's culture. Taverns are central to Nord life, where mead fuels tales of heroism. Sanguine exploits this, turning a cultural strength into a weakness. The quest's humor hides a darker truth. Indulgence can lead to loss of control, a theme echoed in the Elder Scrolls IV, Oblivion, where Sanguine's quest involves crashing a noble's party. Some players on X theorize Sam Gaven appears regularly in Skyrim's taverns, watching mortals succumb to his influence. The quest asks us, where's the line between joy and chaos, and how easily can a god manipulate our desires? Let's turn to a figure whose name echoes through Skyrim's main quest, Mirek, the first Dragonborn. Introduced in the Dragonborn DLC, Mirek is a tragic figure whose rebellion against his dragon masters shaped Solstheim's history. Born in the Merethic era, Mirek was a dragon priest, gifted the Dragonborn soul by Akatosh to serve the dragons. But Mirek defied his masters, using his Thursday to overthrow them. He ruled Solstheim as a god-king, worshipped by his followers, until his ambition drew the attention of Hermias Mora, the Daedric prince of knowledge. Mirac's story unfolds in the quest, the Temple of Mirac. You uncover his past through visions and the Black Books, artifacts of Mora's realm, Apocrypha. Betrayed by his fellow dragon priests, Mirac sought refuge in Apocrypha, where Mora promised him power. Instead, he became a prisoner, bound for millennia. When you meet him, he's plotting to escape by stealing your soul, using the same Thursday that once made him a legend. The final battle, atop the summit of Apocrypha, is not just a fight, it's a clash of destinies, Dragonborn against Dragonborn. Mirac's tragedy lies in his choices. Unlike you, the last Dragonborn, he rejected his role as a savior, choosing power over duty. His mask, a relic of his priesthood, symbolizes his lost humanity. The book The Guardian and the Traitor suggests his rebellion inspired Volok, another priest, to defeat him, hinting at a civil war among the dragon cult. Mirac's story ties to the Elder Scrolls theme of free will. Characters like Dagath Uar in Morrowind or Mannimarco in Daggerfall also fell to ambition, seduced by divine promises. Fans on X debate Mirac's motives. Was he a hero resisting tyranny, or a villain consumed by pride? His cryptic dialogue, "I could have slain the world," suggests a man torn between greatness and ruin. His connection to Hermias Mora mirrors the Dwemer's hubris, both seeking forbidden knowledge at a terrible cost. Mirac asks us, can a hero become a villain, and does destiny define us, or do we define it? As we close this journey through Skyrim's hidden lore, let's reflect. The Dwemer showed us the dangers of chasing divine power, leaving only ghosts and machines. A Night to Remember revealed Sanguine's playful but perilous influence, turning joy into chaos. And Mirac's fall reminded us that even the mightiest can lose their way. Skyrim's stories are timeless, each quest a window into Tamriel's soul. What's your favorite Skyrim tale? Have you explored Blackreach's depths, partied with Sanguine, or faced Mirac's wrath? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more Elder Scrolls lore. Want a video on the Thalmor's schemes or the secrets of the Greybeards? Let me know.